Hi guys, this is Luna. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for you and for me. Although I do see you guys still watching the videos, which I highly appreciate, I know I've been missing in action for quite a bit. For today, I just wanted to have a quick chat with you, and for your entertainment, and mostly so that the screen isn't completely empty, there is footage of me sorting through my embroidery thread. I inherited this box. It originally belonged to my great grandmother, and then it was my grandma's. She used to do a lot of embroidery while she still could, and eventually she gave the box to me. I only started embroidery a while ago, to find a calm counterpoint to the recent chaos, pretty much, that is my life. So I never got around to sorting everything, I just left it in this mess that you can see. But then on Instagram, I came across these floss bobbins, I believe they're called, and then I ordered some. If you're interested and if embroidery is a thing that you're doing, then there's a link down below where you can find the exact bobbins that I ordered. Which brings me to one of the few positive things that happened lately. We finally got Amazon to work with this channel. This means that I can now supply links to the products that I'm using, and if you want to have them and you click the links, you can support me. This is not a must, of course. You can still use whatever products you have at home or whatever you feel confident substituting, but it does help me keep the channel going. I'm gradually updating all the descriptions right now so that we'll be all set in time for Halloween. So, what happened? Why is there no new content lately? Well, many things are going on, unfortunately. After last year's loss of several family members, unfortunately, some medical issues are coming up this year with another family member of mine. Nobody knows what it is just yet. There's many doctor's appointments, and I'm pretty much the only one left able to take the person to these appointments and care for them. Add to that the fact that my dumbass fell down the stairs 2 weeks ago. It was just one of those moments, right? I was carrying my camera equipment and tripod, so I didn't see the stairs, and in my mind, I was already going through this day's to do list, and bam, there I was in the hallway, missing several stairs, just plunging down. I pretty much injured my entire left side. I got a splint on my leg, because I hurt my ankle. It was completely swollen. I had like Thanos level of purple bruising all around my hips and arms. The only thing that wasn't injured was my left arm, because after an accident in 2012, basically my entire right side of my body is in chronic pain. So I went to the doctor, of course, after I fell down the stairs, and they were like, "Hey, you haven't had your corona shot. Do you want it now?" And I was like, hell yeah, I've been waiting for months. Like, I've been on the waiting list forever. So, of course, I'm always paranoid and worried about losing mobility in my right hand again. And I know it's probably nothing permanent with the shot and all that. But I was like, I don't want to jeopardize anything. I'm too afraid of doing it in my right arm. So put it in the left. So they did. And then my left arm was in pain, and my left side where I fell was in pain, and my leg was in pain, and the right side isn't good for anything, pretty much. So I also couldn't walk with crutches or anything like that. Long story short, I was in a lot of pain for quite a while, and I still had to go to doctor's appointments with that family member, right? Because I would never cancel any appointments just because I was dumb and fell. Those are all like specialized appointments that you have to wait a long time for. So I was just hobbling along on a really high amount of painkillers, high for me anyway. So yeah, I'm usually preparing video material at night, but lately, to be quite honest with you, I spent many nights just sitting here crying and being a mess. Things are scary at the moment, and of course, that affected my creativity. Anyway, I don't want to go into much more detail, and I'm also not here to just tell you a sob story. I just wanted to let you know what I've been up to. Physically, I'm feeling a lot better right now. Healing is slow, but it's there. Of course, some like leg and ankle issues take forever to heal. I think we all know that. But I've started video production again this week. I am finding my way back into a work schedule, and I have some pretty cool plans for this month. More on that later. So I thought to start things off, we could have a little check-in, looking at this year's videos, past and future. Obviously, I haven't had the chance to make as many projects as I wanted to. However, I'm pretty happy with the ones that did get finished. The first project of the year that we saw was one of the Christmas presents. It was the Hobbit house book Nook. And granted, it's bigger than the traditional book Nook that you see on the internet that you can buy, but it's nonetheless sitting in between books, so I think the name is justified. It was a super fun build, and it was actually a 2.0 version. The first version was a big diorama kind of thing. I believe it was like 30 centimeters by 20, like it was pretty large. And I made it before I even had my YouTube channel, and now it's sitting on a cupboard in my in law's house. I wanted to make another one for my partner, who's a big Lord of the Rings and Hobbit fan, and I was intrigued just how much I could level up from the first version. If I find pictures of the earlier version, I will make sure to post them on Instagram at some time, so you can also compare. Next up, we have two projects that have lived in my ideas folder forever, which is the BTSV miniature and the Poseidon's trident. Both were very fun, although the size of the trident was a challenge for my workshop, and it has definitely cleared the table more than once. Of course, we also painted together again this year after the release of the Tiny Town We Are Bulletproof music video. The painting is now at my mom's place because she liked it so much, and I'm really glad it made her happy. And I finally bought a diamond painting after looking at them online forever. And I think I emphasized the pain in it, covering the table and the floor and basically every surface available with so many beads that they still show up now. But it was all in good fun and even brought a really interesting story that I will tell you in another video. The diamond painting now is in my bedroom after renovations because, of course, my landlord chose this moment in my life to tear out an entire wall in my apartment and replace it. I mean, I'm happy that something was done because I had mold, but the timing really wasn't good. So, back to the projects. We finished the Black Panther mask set with the traditional Panther mask, which I loved making. Physically, it's hard for me to do sculpting because of those chronic issues, but I really enjoy doing it. It's a positive challenge in many ways, and I'm really happy with the outcome, especially of the Panther mask. And of course, we had a whole row of new Dead by Daylight videos, from weapons to masks to the beautifully hideous hag claw. My favorites so far are definitely the Blade of Marseille, because of its intricate build and all those tiny parts that I got to do. And building it, I wasn't sure if it's gonna turn out at all like the picture, so I'm pretty happy with the outcome. And also one of the favorites is the Hag Claw, for pretty much the same reason. The claw is so fun to wear, but also looks great standing on a shelf. And the claw was a necessary step on the way to another project that is coming just before Halloween. And it helped me to figure out how to start, what the important parts were, where mistakes could be made, and all these kind of things. I was pretty lost on that before, so I started with the hand to get an overview of the process. Speaking of new videos, what is next? So, we're starting up weekly uploads again, meaning next week I will be showing you a project that I started before my unplanned hiatus, which I am now completing. It is something very cute I planned for a while, nothing super complicated, but nice to look at, and I think a nice mid-year project to get, the creative juices flowing again. After that, it is one of two projects that are in progress right now. So I'm working on a project based on the latest Resident Evil game ever since it came out. And I know that's quite a while ago, but the project is huge, pun intended, and it involves learning a brand new skill for me, so it'll take a while. I'm not sure if I will be done in time, so I have another project at the ready to upload if I need one more week for the Resident Evil thing, and that would be another testing video complete with an unboxing, lots of failure, maybe a new hobby for you if you like what you're seeing. And I can already tell you that I like it more than I thought. Also, this testing video is the one that involves that story that came about with the diamond painting. So stay tuned. It was interesting, to say the least. After these two, there is a video coming up on a toy transformation, something I haven't done before, but I just kind of had the idea to try, and it looks good so far. And after that, we will have to go into Halloween production if I haven't already started. There was a bit of back and forth on my side regarding the Halloween projects, so I'd love to have your input on that. Let me explain. Originally, I had planned to make more horror themed masks, including but not limited to the Dead by Daylight masks. Those I always do, and if they're not included in the countdown to Halloween, they'll just get released anyway. So those are not part of the discussion right now. They are always going to be there. But the roster for this year didn't quite spark my interest anymore. I put something together, I think, at the end of last year, but now that it's coming close to actually building it, I'm not confident in it anymore. So I went back to my ideas folder and saw that there are still plans for a lot of costume or cosplay style projects. Some of them for stuff like movies, Marvel movies, TV shows, and the likes. And I thought maybe we could do this because, after all, Halloween is not just horror, right? But also costuming. So, what is your opinion on this? Would you rather see just horror of maybe some lesser known things, or rather see cosplay masks? Both countdown versions, so the horror or the cosplay one, will include one or two Dead by Daylight projects. So, all fans of that, please rest assured I will not abandon you. And of course, I haven't forgotten about the mask and weapon from the Instagram poll. So this will be up somewhere around that time frame, either somewhere in or between the Halloween countdown or right after. So we're more or less set until October project wise. But of course, I can't guarantee that there's going to be videos straight through every Friday. We will not miss out on Halloween, we never will. This is something that I personally like to do, so I will not skip Halloween, but there might be the odd Friday missed until then. I hope you can understand that my situation is a bit stressful right now and that I don't always have the right mindset to be creative. But as always, if you have any wishes regarding a mask or a weapon, miniature, or a new trend that you'd like me to try, let me know in the comments below. That was it for this week. I hope you're all doing well. I'm hanging in there as best as I can. Please stay creative and tune back in next week for more art. Thank you so much for watching and listening. As you can see, the box is now organized, and so are my thoughts. So I hope I see you all again next week. Bye.